Hey friends, what's going on? This is David Potts with Song Notes, and today I have a technique video where I'm going to talk about palm muting. This is a very effective, very helpful technique for all kinds of reasons. Really what it has to do with is taking a normal strum, take an E major like this, and we're going to rest the palm of our hand right by the bridge of the guitar and play that same chord. And you'll hear that you're still getting those notes, but they're not ringing, okay? This is a ringing chord. Whereas this is a muted chord, but it's still a chord. And to show you what I mean, I could play a progression like E, A to B, right? And I could mute it. And you still get that like tonal 1, 4, 5 sound, right? And if I didn't mute it, hear how different that sounds? So muting is a great way to basically control the dynamics when you're playing, right? You can quiet things up, you can sort of dull and muff things out. And it's actually really good because it can let you draw attention to other things. Maybe you're singing along, or maybe you want the contrast between the verse and the chorus to be a little bit different. So I'm going to zoom in here and show you how to do this technique. And I'll also show you some ways where instead of just doing chords, right? You can also use it for like lead riffs, okay? And what I mean by that is, okay, great technique, it's very helpful, and let's zoom on in and show you how to do this. All right, so let's move in a little closer here, and basically what we want to be paying attention to are two things. Number one, down here we have the bridge or saddle of a guitar, I believe it's called. It's where the strings basically go into these pegs, right, and they mount to our guitar. That's where we're going to be sort of laying our palm up against. So the other part is our right hand, and you want to take this fleshy part, it's sort of between your pinky and down here on your wrist, right? This is going to be the area we're paying attention to. And what we want to do is lightly push that skin upon the area right where the strings sort of come out from this saddle, okay? So if we were to play an E major chord, for example, if we were just to strum it straight up, that's what it would sound like, okay? Now, but if we were to slightly touch our skin there and play the same chord, listen. Okay? It still sounds like an E. You hear a little bit of the ring. That's it with no palm muting. That's it with palm muting. The chord doesn't really ring out as much, right? So this is called like a sustain. The sound sustains, right? But this is more muted, right? And dulled out. Now, if we were to move our hand up this way, what's gonna happen is you're not gonna get that sound at all. So it's really, now if I move it slightly back toward the saddle, it gets louder and louder, right? So it's really that sweet spot right around here. It's like a 1 or 2 inch area that you wanna be playing with, okay? And playing with, I mean, because sometimes you wanna kill the sound. And I can sort of bring the sound up. I'm sort of like turning up the volume by moving my hand this way, okay? So if I was to do, say, from an E major to an A major, right? It would sound like this, maybe. Right? It's nice and muted. That's if I let it ring and sort of sustain. So that's one immediate use case you could see, is maybe you're playing a song that uses 2 chords for the entire tune, but you can sort of, in the verses, maybe you want to keep things dull, right? And then you get to the chorus and you let it out. Okay? That's one sort of way it could be used. So another way you could use this is if you're playing kind of like leadier riffs, right? So say I'm playing I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. I could play the same thing but mute it and listen to the difference in that sound. Okay? Maybe the beginning of Folsom Prison Blues. If I played the same thing without muting, it would be like this. again, muted. Okay, and now I want to call out, there's no right or wrong way to play a song, right? Sometimes you want to do a palm mute, other times you don't want to do a palm mute, but it's really just showing you that you can change the sound you get, right? So one of my favorite ways to use this is when I'm around the house and I want to just keep things quiet. It's nighttime, maybe my wife and kids are sleeping, but I want to just be playing out in the living room or something. I can just play any chord progression I'm playing, any song I'm playing, but basically do it with a palm mute. So that could be strumming, right? So say I'm doing C, F, and G, if I'm doing like American Music by the Violent Femmes. So right, and you kind of hear between some of these strums, I'm letting off my strumming hand, letting off my mute, and it's letting that sort of it's adding a little bit of distinction there. So that's one thing I like to do. Maybe you want to practice your scales. So again, really the key though is just find that fleshy part of your hand, your palm right there, and basically you want to push it into the strings just ever so gently. And you want to get all the strings if you can, all 6, but don't go too far up or you're going to kill the sound, right? Bring it all the way down. So basically I can feel this part of the guitar on the back part of my palm here, right? All right, so I hope that was helpful for you. Again, this is a great, super helpful technique. You can really apply it for most things you're playing. Just try it out, and really just remember, it's all about finding that distance between when you're just touching where the strings start and then further up the neck. Try messing around, play around and try incorporating it into the different songs you play, because you can find it sort of gives you control of that sound in new ways, which might be what you're looking for to spice things up. So let me know if you have any questions, and let me know what other tips and techniques and sort of stylistic you want to hear lessons for, because I'm always making more and I want to know what y'all are interested in. So thank you very much for watching. This has been David Potts with Song Notes. As always, I like to say that. Check out the website, playsongnotes.com. All the resources for my notes and tabs and all the lessons I make are there waiting for you. So thank you very much for watching, friends. I'm taking off now. Have a good one. Bye-bye.